structure the return. Okay, cool. That's working. So we're talking like right here, right? You structure that. Okay. Let me look that up. You think it'd be mentioned here? That's destructor. Yeah, I think it's structured binding, right? It's sort of part of a course. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of making the code small and not fast, but small and easy to understand. Because I might make this sort of like the big project at the end of the course. Okay, so standard tie, make a tuple. Yeah, I don't know if that really gets much more. You know what, Amit? I think I'll just use what I got now, but let me give you an email address. I'm curious about what you said, because I should probably learn that. So does that just work with returning a struct? Yeah, let me try what you think. Event entity. Alright. Because I thought you had to do tuple or tie to make that work. Let's see. If that works, man, that's about the coolest shit ever. I'm over here using tie and I don't even need to. God damn it. What is that called? Because it's not come up as destruct blah blah blah. Are you shitting me? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm just returning that struct. That's what I'm returning. And then C++, if you use that syntax, will blow it up and put it in there. You don't have to use tie or anything. I was using tie because I thought that's what you had to do. This is why I like hacking on some kind of project related to the course, because then I just learn all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, no, I would probably teach this. Yeah, this is actually pretty damn useful. Let me go look at Collider. Yeah, so see, this is what I'm doing. I thought you had to do this to make that works. Yeah, I didn't know it works off plain objects. What is that called? What is the official thing that's called? I need to look that up and make sure I know that. Here, if you want, go to cppreference.com. Tell me the keyword to search for, and I'll go find it. Or am I on the right thing? Because they're just talking constantly about tuple, 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 tie. Right? But I think this is the wrong term. Yeah, if you can look that up for me, I would really appreciate that. Because that's really awesome. Alright, I may rework this then. Yeah, I may rework this to return a struct that has this data instead of using tuple. Most likely that's going to be a lot better. I believe the order does matter. Let me just confirm. Because you might be right. I might have that in backwards. Let's look at the struct. No, it's event then entity. We can actually test that real quick. So that should make it fail. Oh, a whole bunch of stuff will fail. Yeah, so order does matter for a lot. Case 3. Okay, let me check it out. Alright, so I definitely need to sit down and look at this. Alright, binding to data members. Alright, so this is the code example. Yeah, hot damn, that's really good. This is seriously... This is seriously a major pain point of C++, is that, you know, for a very long time you couldn't do this. So you had to have like out parameters if you want to have multiple return values and stuff. It's like probably one of the top features that I think me and a lot of other people actually really, really wanted. And they're just kind of like, yeah, you know, if you use tie, you use tuple, like you read everything before this, and it's like all about all their cool fancy templates, and actually you just return a struct. This should be case number 1. Simplest case is you make a struct, you return it. Alright, I'm going to study this page. Thank you, man. That's awesome. That's really good. So then I got to think if collider should return a struct that does that instead of using tuple. That's probably going to be better. Okay, yeah, let's put that down in the notes. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so we have a way to check has event. I don't like that name, but that works. I think this is a pretty simple API. This pisses me off, but I can deal with it. Okay, cool. So let's do that. And then, I think we're kind of able to use it. Oh yeah, I wanted to do this and just confirm that that's not going to work. Because it doesn't automatically convert it to... Oh. Yeah. It's kind of irritating because having to do this all the time is super annoying. Let's go look up class enums. Maybe they got... Yeah, I don't know if that's even going to be set to equality. Yeah. I just think that kind of makes class enums next to useless. They should have just been directly interchangeable with classic enums, but have a namespace and able to do operations. Alright, so that's working good. And I think that's all I need to decouple system from GUI and anything else. Alright, so let me get that committed. Let me see. Let's make sure it still actually runs. Yeah, let's check the sound. I think I kept it working. Yeah, it works. Okay, cool. Now we go into system. Let me see. Yeah, so right here. All right, so we want to get rid of this. I think what I'll do is I'll make a little yeah, let's do world.get. I don't want to put the whole GUI in there, just an events for it. And it's going to be a fact. I changed the API so that you do get to get data about specific entities, but you use get the and set the for things that are considered facts. Like they're just basically a global. This seemed to make it a little more clear than assign and get and set and kind of random. Okay, so we got that. I don't know why I constantly spell world without a D. Alright, so now the goal is we go here and we just do world.send GUI event. You send it an event. Oh, interesting. Oh, man. I wonder if that would work. The class that's used could be an enum class. And then that... Yeah, okay, hold up. That gives me an idea. Undo. Abort. How would that work? Yes. Okay, so instead of component, let's do enum type. Like that. And then you make an enum type, but that's also what is used to queue the items, and then you're not comparing integers. Yeah, that's going to be great. Let's do that. So your type that you're using in this is a class enum. Okay, and then let's look at the test. See that you do this. So instead of the GUI, we do, let's change this to GUI event actually. And just to make sure I change it everywhere, let's rename those. We don't need to have event on it anymore. Okay, so now we're keying it off of just the event class. we can just do auto. I haven't really got into concepts. I do need to push my knowledge to a point where I feel like I know a lot, but I also have to narrow it down to like, what is a teachable amount? I feel like concepts are a little too new. Also, I think I'm focusing on like C++ 17-ish. Let me keep that. I gotta read that. Is concepts? Concepts is 20, right? Yeah. So if it's in the compiler I'm using, I could possibly get into it, but I did a bunch of testing. I have to do like 17-ish around there. So I haven't really got into that. There's that, and there's a bunch of other stuff in 20 that I didn't really cover or plan to cover. But you say it saves a lot of debug time. How does it do that? Nice. So you use an enum class to set what you're doing for your event. So the enum class becomes your cube, more or less. And then you just send that type of event. And then you're not comparing integers anymore. That works great. Hopefully it works great. Yeah, we don't need this. Nice, nice, nice. Assuming it actually works. Oh, yeah, so we set that in the world, and then we can do that. Yeah, it's almost like it's a dummy value. It doesn't have anything in it. Okay, nice. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the thing I complained about where it's like a billion errors. This exact thing I'm dealing with. Okay, so then I believe my return value on this is probably wrong. Ah, now we're back to where I probably need to have it use the tuple. Okay, cool. Hold on. Yeah, I think right here. So instead of returning event, which, yes, the tuple is going to be better. Interesting. Because then I can make a dynamic tuple that returns this plus one other thing. And then it wouldn't matter what class you use. You can use class enum. Yes, I like that. So The concepts, yeah, that's what I was reading. It's basically like a precondition or an assert type clarifier on the templates. Yeah, I haven't really explored that much. I mean, I just now figured out you could destructure it as struct. Yeah, let me go back to Collider. Yeah, this bad boy. So I should be able to do standard tuple. And entity. Okay. So then what am I storing? All right, cool. We just got to sort that out. Right? Yeah. I mean, I could just be a jerk about it and convert it to an integer. And then make a new one with the integer. No, yeah, this is gonna explode into just template hell if I do that. Well, let's give it a shot. I guess I could just do this. Yeah, that just falls apart pretty quick. Yeah, not making enums match up with integers is just a dumb idea. But let's see what we get. Yeah, because like when you go to here, yeah. So how in the hell would you... No, but the return type is tuple, right? And in my event class, it's an integer. So suddenly, I'm now having to construct an event, a template that creates a struct for every type of event class I'm receiving, instead of just a plain old integer. Right? So this is sort of the thing that I think is the failing of the enum class. It should match up with enums. I can pass it enums, pass them around. They work exactly like enums. They just have extra capabilities. Instead, they end up being these kind of weird offshoots. Yeah. You see what I mean? Like I have to have a queue. Every queue would have to have a specific type. Yeah, it just gets real complicated. Well, let's see if this works. If it lets me convert integer like that. All right, well, let's try what you're saying, but so you're saying just do this. Let's try it. You know, it's a case. Oops. If that's the case, their documentation needs some work on this area. Yeah. It'd be nice, but yeah, the fact that if you're using this event type, you end up having to make a queue that can store only that event type. I'm sure there's a way around it, but yeah, you would have to make a template for this, and then this would become an enum type, and then queue this here. Yeah, you see how it just, so what happens is you go, now you have template. This turns into a nightmare. Just so you can store that. Alright, undo it. Undo it. I'm sure there's a way to make it work, but it looks like it's just turning into a nightmare of like everything now has like everything has to be a template just so you can pass in that. All right, let's get to work in the simple case, and then I'll think about that. Because the idea would be you would just have an event source, and that would be the target. You would have your event type, your enum type, and that would be your target. Yeah, it just almost every time you think of a suggestion, you're going to need to have like suddenly now you have templates here, templates up there, just so that people can pass in one thing. But if I simplify it, I can do this. So back to here. Actually, let's just go ahead and, okay. Just use a regular enum. I think that actually might even work just like that. Let's see. Yeah, see? You just used a regular enum and suddenly it's a lot easier. See, that's why enum classes suck. They should have just, oh, hey, it works with enums like normal, but now you have a namespace so you can add functions to it. Right? Because now the second that I can't convert to an integer and store what that enum is, it effectively kind of becomes useless. The whole point of enums was that they were storable as an integer. You can bring them back as an integer. They gave integers a name, you know. So this basically, suddenly it works if I just don't use that, right? But you know what? I'll drop this code in. Let me commit it right now. You have the idea, right? Let me know if you want to as like a, I'll just nerd snipe you and say, you can't do it. And if you can figure out how to do it, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I'll show everybody what you did. The idea is I would like to use an enum class here instead of just a plain enum. That's pretty much it. Right? And I suspect it could even be something where I don't have to do anything other than change the enum class itself. But if an enum works, then I'll just use the enum. All right, so let me commit this, and if you feel like trying to make it work. Yeah, and that's the thing. I shouldn't have to static class cast it and do all this sorts of bullshit. It should just work. Because think about it this way: what am I getting by just putting the word class here, right? Basically, you're getting this namespace so that you don't have one global namespace for these enums. That's sort of like the problem with enums, right? So if adding class here suddenly makes it not work with any other enums, then that's a flaw, right? If I'm now having to do like weird static casts and all sorts of stuff just to compare it to an integer, then it's not an enum class, it's just a class. If that makes sense. Anyway, so let me commit this, and if you got an idea, if you feel like edumacating me, and then yeah, and then if it's cool, it works, I'll show it off. I'll show everybody what you did. Okay, I'll commit that. I'm getting some kind of weird error. Anyways. All right. Okay, let me commit that and all right, so here's the commit. Yeah. And then any advice you got, go ahead and email me at learncodethehardway.com. Yeah, drop me emails. Like, also if you're into it, like you know how to do it, but then you just shoot me a clue, so I figure it out on my own. I'm into that. I know there's something there. I know you could probably have a class enum, and then you could probably get some pretty nice features on it, where you're just sending event. But that's not the goal. Sitting here massaging the API. Let's actually get it to where we can use it. So the idea is in system. Okay, so we're going to need a GUI event. Let's just make a quick struct right here. Yeah, let's just make it real simple. And I think what I might do, let's make an events.hpp. Similar to components, but it's just the various events that are in there. I wonder if I should namespace it. Anyways, we'll sort that out later. Okay, up here. The idea is we don't want that. We don't want to include that. so right here. Yeah, we're getting rid of the sound because the GUI is going to be in charge of all of that. All right, and then we're going to go to GUI. Here. Like that. And then let's go down to my janky configure world, which also needs to be removed very soon. And we can do world dot set the let's do one more mod. There, and then alright, so that hooks it up. Okay. And then here we have the GUI, and then we can start sending to it. A bit redundant, but okay. Right, so we attacked the enemy. Yes, entity. And then same here. Oh, and then here. There. Okay, and that's basically the same, but we come down to here, we change this to enemy. Yes, that way. Oh yeah, thanks, Amit. Twitch blocks links, so just shoot me an email real quick. I need to make like a link bin. Yeah, maybe that's a project. And then, yeah, you know, let's make one more event. I'm not sure why I'm using two S's there, but there we go. Okay. Oh, no, that's right. Not sure why I thought that was wrong. All right, so hit, miss. Oh, and then this should be player. Yeah. That's the idea. That's the idea. Maybe. Okay, so we have that. So then the GUI just needs to pick up these events somehow. All right, so this will make combat stop working, but assuming our tests are good. Oh, we need one more. And we can even make these events a little bit better, like enemy hit, player hit. But let's just... Oh, I'm not using the right thing. Oh, interesting. I don't need that. Huh, okay. Too smart for my own good. My brain is fading, man. C++ is hard. I might need a third coffee. Okay, yeah, good, good. All right, so in theory, this should keep working. I have something that's crashing. I don't want to do that. But that's only when it shuts down. I suspect it's the sounds that I'm storing. Okay, so we should still be able to do combat, but like nothing will die. Oh, we do die. Oh yeah, it still calculates the damage. It's just not actually doing any logging. Okay, so we can still kill stuff. Good. Okay, now we got to get the GUI to respond to these events. Alright, GUI time. Yeah, so something like right here, handle events. There we go. Yeah, okay. So we just do while world dot has event GUI event. Yeah, right there, something like that. Yeah, don't commit code. Yeah, I don't want you to work for me. I just thought you'd be like, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I'll go and I'll make it work. Because it would be pretty snazzy. Like, you see the prototype of what I'm trying to go for, right? Where basically you use an event class as sort of like a target for events. And then your whatever is on the other side of that event is decoupled from the sender and the receiver. So then you can have like a system that it doesn't know anything about the GUI. It just knows how to send events when things happen. And then I do have a finite state machine structure. It also does some event system. So pretty soon I'll just combine those and then things will be, it'll do that. All right, let me go get another coffee. We got an ad starting soon. So yeah, let's do a coffee and a little break. So everybody, ad starting. Go ahead and mute things and I'll see you in about 3 minutes. back. Alright, this is where we got to process events. I forget my own API. Has event? Yep. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. That's what we want. And, yeah, see, this is where my finite state machine would come in right there. You know what? Let's just log. Yeah, we're just going to do a log. Should probably pull that out, just make it a member. But yeah, we'll just do it. Kind of jank, but it'll work. Let's do that. If this works, then we did it. Then we can start doing more advanced stuff. In the GUI based on events that happen from the system. Eh? The hell error message is that? Am I using log twice or something? Yeah, this is what I mean, man. The error messages are just terrible. Just like the worst. Okay. Like, and suddenly it's like, oh, you want to use that variable you've been using this whole time. C++ has a problem with you using a variable. What the shit is this error message? Passing components action log as this argument to scroll is... Oh, probably because log is not constant. Okay, okay. But that's... See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, let's look at this error message again. Alright. Passing const components as this argument discards qualifiers. Right? Okay. Qualifiers. No. The actual error message is log is const. Log function is not const. Either set this to not const or make this function const. That's the error message. Right? The error message they type there, that's some compiler knows a bunch of data structures. They have no idea how people use this. Right? That's what they need to do. They need to sit down and say, this is the error message for this. This is the error message for this. This is how you report error messages with templates. That should be 1 year of standardization. Right? That's the massive problem with C++. Because these error messages are dog shit, right? I should be able to look at an error message and go, oh, I need const, or I need to get rid of const. Not, what the hell? Why can't I use that variable? Right? So what it means is when I call .log, right, that's a function on a variable, right? That variable is an object. So this is just when C++ constructs this function, it basically passes that function a reference to this, which is supposed to be this variable, right? So that error message makes it seem like I don't have a good object. That error message makes it seem like I broke this object, right? My this is broken. Oh, this is broken. But it's actually that discards qualifiers. They need to say discards const, right? So what they're saying is I'm calling a function that's not labeled as const, because it's not const, it actually modifies it. And I have put const here, right? So that's what they're saying. But just say that, right? Instead of, you know, this weird, your this is broken and that's why the disqualifiers are not qualified. So it's like, yeah, the solution, get rid of const. But if you read that error message, it's hard to go, oh, well, why is this? I don't understand. What's that error? Right? I really should be keeping track of these because I kind of want to use a blog post where I'm like, look, C++ people, you need to spend a year fixing error messages. Just, this is terrible. The worst thing ever. This fixes crap. All right, cool. Set but not used. You know, let's do a little format action just to kind of get this. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Wonder why my music keeps eating it. Okay, let's see if we get some output. And then we can kind of go crazy. Hey, look at that. Yes, it works. Now we just gotta make it nice. Okay, this is most likely not the place to do this, but let's just do it there. Okay, switch event. Yeah, let's do that for the invalid event. If yeah, I'm basically using this world everywhere. Let's pull you up there. No point in doing it there. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, and then we can get the damage. Actually, let's make sure this is... Oop. Actually, let's turn this into combat. Oh yeah, this would be, interesting. Okay, and then here. And this is where we can do the shake. Yeah, admit that's kind of what I was talking about. The other solution is you make another event class and it's a template. And so then it's just like template, template, template. It just kind of does quite a lot. So I think what I'll do is I'll get this working and then see if we can refine it. Because it would be nice to pass in an event, enum class. Okay, and then this, yeah, come down here, we do this. And we don't need that. Alright, so we'll most likely have that be pull this out into a function that handled the combat display. Oh, duh. Don't have the code for a second there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I gotta do the format thing. Oh, yeah. I really don't like that about case statements. Anyway. Oh, weird. Yeah, this needs to be in its own function. This is becoming dumb, but we're going to get it to work. Then we make it nice. Oh, awesome. Let me see. Where's the error? Is it 50 lines down? Let me see. Do we have an error yet? Like a real error? Let me guess, that's the while loop? Nope, that's the switch. Yeah, that's the switch, okay. I forgot my taco method. This just needed to be a damn function. What's going to happen next? What the hell is this complaining about? has incomplete type. Oh, I see. This needs to die. Right. Once we get the GUI decoupled, it'll be a lot easier to clean it up and make it nicer. Okay. Let's see if we get log messages. There we go. Oh, I got that backwards. All right, cool. Yes, that's a hit on the enemy. Okay, yeah, let me look at that. Let me see. Let me copy paste what you got. I'll put that in my notes. Okay. Let me format that a bit. And this is going to be sidecast data and there. Okay. Yeah, something like that. But it's not a class enum, right? Alright, okay. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to make it work. I just have to research it. I mean, it's working now. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do I even need it? Okay, now, the whole point of doing this, the whole point of doing all this work, of all this stupid stuff, was I could do this. Make sure I'm doing that right. Alright, let's see if this even works still. Actually, let's do it on both. Invalid event. Oh, they died. Yeah, I need died. Okay. Just have to do the camera shake thing. Oh, and also sound too. Okay, so then we just shake. so that's the only thing that needs to shake. And I just need to confirm I'm even using these. Yeah, I'm not even using that. Okay, so that's what's up with that. Where's the position? There we go. Okay, this'll look like crap, but map off X, map off Y. It should give us the camera shake. Yeah, kinda. That does look kind of cool. It's close. It's close. I know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, this one. Yep. Yeah, gotta fix my map generation next. Yeah, so we'll finish decoupling the GUI using events. Then I'll clean up the GUI and make it kind of nice. Then we'll get the map real nice. Hey, look at that. Very cool. Let's make it a little more extreme. All right, so we have a camera shake when we do combat. This will make it a lot easier to do like a lot of different effects and stuff. The system doesn't have to know about how to do logging or what the effects are. I like that. All right, that works. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's back. All right, nice. That's what I wanted. Let's do a review of systems. All right, so we want to look for nothing with log. Log should be gone. We only have events. I think that is it. Yep, we have a combat system. All right, now we can come back into GUI. We need an event for death. Right, now it's really easy. The system will just do its thing and shoot out events. And then the GUI will receive events and do their thing. I could probably even turn the sound system into just something that receives events. Very easy to do. Enemy dead. Alright, that's what we want. Alright, so now the system is nice and clean. Yep, just shooting events. Yeah, look at that. Only about 150 lines of code so far. That's good, that's good. Yeah, probably want to work on that. Right, and then the next thing is GUI will need a serious cleanup. I'll pull those all out. And yeah, that should do... Okay, cool. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to do something where, like, I film myself working or something offline, like, and then just see what, because my sound just keeps cutting out on the, only on the music. And I'm not sure why. I must have something that's detecting the sound spiking, quote unquote, but it's not really spiking. Just don't know where it's at. Alright, so now I can start changing up, just doing good refactor on this whole GUI setup. And I can think of a couple of situations where I might want to send the same event to two things. So let's start looking at that. Yeah, I think that would be something like... yeah, like this. So So then you could send the same event to, say, the GUI and the sound, if you want to separate them out. But I'll wait until I actually need to use it to do that. And that also means I can start sending events to specific components too, like having every component can have like an event queue on it. Just have to sort out how that would even look. Yeah, lots of options. All right, we'll see how that plays out as far as events go. I also think this probably needs to be changed. Maybe namespace. This, and then maybe more like that. Anyway, I'll have to play with that. Why not make it variadic? Mostly just keep it simple. I used it a bunch. I found I never did more than 1 or 2. See, the idea is that this is an ECS system. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concept, but it's one that you could probably understand after you learned a bit about templates. And so it's just really, really simple. Like there's nothing more than like 2 max. Because it kind of, I mean, really, I never ran into a situation where I needed like more than 2. Because all I would ever do would be loop through 2 and then look up another one. Actually, we can go look where I'm doing that. Let me see. Query position. Yeah, here we go. Position motion is a good example. I just need to know the position and how much they moved, and then do that. Update the collision map. That kind of thing. Or here's another one, position and combat. And so in the rare cases where I have like a position and even tile, I really only needed 2. It's effectively a join table, right? Like if in a database it's a join. So rather than go through and write like the complicated code that implements like a variadic template with all the stuff, and just like, you know what, just do 2. That's all I'm ever using. And then the main optimization is it goes through the map for that one, and if the second map doesn't have it, it just skips it, right? So you're only ever getting components that are in those 2. An ECS system is effectively just a database, right? So this is a query across 2 tables when they're in both. Right. And so yeah, just simplify it down to where I don't need all that. Yeah, you know, I'm finding like I don't mind a bit of templates, but keeping it where I just don't use every feature makes it a lot easier to work with. Like if I run into a situation where I need 3, I would just write another function that did 3. Right? Like if you think about it, it's like you could get fancy and make it variable, or just like write 8 more lines of code and then you're done. Yeah, we got systems done. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Let me look at the sound manager one more time. I don't like it. I don't like this at all. But I think part of that is just the way that SFML is doing things. I could sit down and learn OpenAL, but it's such garbage. OpenAL is just not a good design. It's basically a bunch of graphics engineers designed a sound API that works like their graphics API, but that's not how sound works. Yeah, I'll have to think about how this should get redesigned. I basically play at kind of won't work when I have multiple entities that are making noise. So I kind of need to figure out how to clean that up. Yeah. Okay, anyways, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I am actually going to wind down, and I actually have to go run some errands. But what I might do, I might come back later and do a bit of drawing. I need to practice my drawing skills. And I found this new paper. Not new, it's paper I had for like 20 years, and I lost it. Not 20 years, but like 2 or 3 years, and I lost it. So I kind of want to do maybe a bit of charcoal drawing. Maybe just some simple stuff of flowers or of self-portrait, something like that. So if you're around, I will do that. I might do it like maybe late tonight, maybe about 10 p.m., something like that. So if you're here, I'd love to see you. If not, I will see you tomorrow. 4 p.m. every day. We're doing C++ programming. And let me make sure I got... Yep, everything is... And let me make sure I pushed it. Alright, up to date. I will see you tomorrow. And thanks for your help, Amit. I really like the feedback. Let me know if you come up with any other ideas.